Contestant number 4, Denni Jordan. I have arrived. I have arrived. Denni Jordan.
Have you ever felt that you were relentlessly chasing success, happiness, and abundance? That was me for many years. The first time they came into my life simultaneously was right after I graduated from college and was moving to Florida for my dream job. After driving for hours down the East Coast in my old Ford Escort that didn't have AC, I arrived in Fort Lauderdale, where I looked around in awe and then struck the victory pose as I shouted, "I have arrived!" Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests, I know that probably doesn't sound like a big accomplishment to most people. Lots of people graduate from college and move to Florida for jobs. But to me, it meant everything. You see, my childhood dreams were to get a college education, become a successful career woman, and live in a city that was sunny and warm year-round. These 3 things defined success, happiness, and abundance to my younger self. My reality? I had grown up in a small town in Maine where winter can last 4 to 6 months out of the year. Nobody in my family had a college education, and my mother was a single parent on welfare who had given up on life. I will never forget the stern lecture she gave me when I was 16. Denni, life consists of the haves and the have-nots. We are the have-nots, and you just have to accept that. This dream you have is totally unrealistic, and it would never happen for people like us. Ouch! Oh! I felt like she had punched me in the stomach. But I was a very stubborn and strong-willed child, and I refused to accept a life of poverty or even mediocrity without a fight. Don't let the skinny arms fool you. I was willing to do whatever it was going to take, legally, of course, to make my dreams come true. That first day in Florida meant this life of success, happiness, and abundance was finally mine to start living. Fast forwarding a couple of years into living in South Florida, and not only did I have a successful career, but I had met 2 amazing people that became my business partners in a thriving real estate venture. On the outside, my life looked wonderful. But on the inside, I was miserable. Sure, I had accomplished all my goals, but that feeling of arrival I had right out of college was long gone. I found myself just going around in circles, chasing after success, happiness, and abundance, and I couldn't hang on to any of them. After years of chasing, I decided to embark on a personal development journey. A journey I'm still on today, and I'll be on until my final day. I'm going to share with you the 3 top lessons I learned that enabled me to completely transform my life. I believe these can transform or significantly improve anyone's life. Lesson number 1 was to learn how to live in the now. Most of my life, I had lived in the future, which isn't real. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not telling any of you to stop planning and setting goals. I still do that, but there's a balance. We have to be able to embrace the now, because once today is gone, we can never get it back again. And tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. One of the best ways to stay present is to live with gratitude. I learned the hard way that ambition and drive are wonderful things to have, but if we can't recognize and be thankful for what we already have in our life, then even when the very loftiest of goals are reached, that feeling of arrival won't be with us for long. My last lesson was to stop comparing myself to other people and start comparing myself to the person I was yesterday. If you have ever struggled with feeling that you were not good enough, you might have done what I did for years, compared your chapter 1 or 2 to somebody else's chapter 20. You are good enough. Everybody is on their own path in life. Tonight, I stand before you and confidently say, I have arrived. It's been 28 years since my college graduation, and I've achieved far more than I ever thought I would, but that feeling of arrival all comes from the mindset changes I made. As I look out at you, I believe you have also arrived. You see, it's a daily decision, and every day we decide we are going to live today to the fullest, embracing the now, living with that attitude of gratitude, and comparing ourselves only to the person we were yesterday. We can say, and I want you all to say it with me, I have arrived. Madam Contest Chair.